Captain Red.
Yeah, just don't accidentally go downstairs.
Yes. Yeah, don't fall through the hole. All right. Here we go. All right, Craig's here. Did he complain when I was gone?
Nope.
I think we're talking enough.
Yeah. No, but he did talk shit about you. So.
Oh, wow. I knew it. I've never liked Craig. We've always never seen eye to eye, probably because he doesn't have eyes. All right. So it has been, I'd say, about 3 weeks since the last job you took where you signed the NDAs. The first mate, Garrick, and the captain, Catherine, have taken you from port to port looking for odd jobs here and there. Ever since the incident with the houses, Captain Garrow kind of doesn't want to take any more jobs from them, considering how bad the last one went. And keeping everyone under the radar, given what happened, is a good idea. And through a friend of hers, she lets you know that she got a hold of a ritual from, oh, sorry about that, from a friend of hers who spent some time in Sigil. And she knows that there is work on other planes. And, if you guys can just move to another plane, then you don't even have to worry about the houses, right? So she spends the better part of a week using the diagrams from the ritual and inscribing them on the ship. So that way you guys will be able to pass through what she calls the chaotic sea of the astral. Garrick seems to be helping her out. Again, it looks like I would say, Livia, you would clock that Captain Garo is an artificer of some type, given the ship that you're on and the fact that she seems to do most of the maintenance. And she also has some, weird cylinders with lightning on her vest. Do you know what I mean? She's got these kind of hallmark looking things that mark her as an artificer. Garrick, on the other hand, seems to be a man of strong build, but he's always got his head in a book. And you notice that his help with the ritual seems to be mostly drawing the formations and the circles on the ship. After a few days of double checking and triple checking all of the work, they ask all of you if you're ready to make a trip to a different plane.
Question, yeah.
Please, yes.
In the past 3 weeks that we've been going to port, Eltar would have taken some of the money that we received.
Good call.
And pretty much got someone to craft him 25 gold worth of these special silver small sticks
Okay.
that he has spent. So he just had a smith just make him silver rods, right?
Okay.
Like a handful, and he spent the past 3 weeks carefully carving them with divination runes.
Nice.
So that's pretty much my components for augury.
Yes. So I was about to say, she asked you that question, but over the last 3 weeks, that is enough downtime that you could have had things crafted the same way Altar just did, or if you wanted to simply buy more things with the gold that you have on your character, like healing potions or maybe a magical item, that 3 weeks is long enough to have something commissioned and or buy stuff. So at this time, if you want to, please review your inventory. If there's anything that you think that you need, that you're lacking, that you might want, just let me know and we can take care of that right now. This is short notice. I should have told you this before we went on the break so you could think about it. I will institute a reverse lemon law, aka if during this session or a couple sessions in the future, if you haven't picked something that you wanted, you'd be like, oh shoot, really could have used this. If you have the gold for it, I'll just say that's what you bought during this 3-week period.
Eltar probably also would have been looking for any spell scrolls, spell
Ooh.
books, spells that would be available that he could find that he would be able to copy
So
over.
let me look at the. Do you remember how what book the item prices were in, Rick?
I believe it is the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Right. You are correct. That was it.
Gale mail. What?
Let's see here. Okay. So the value of a spell scroll is double what it would cost to scribe the scroll. So if you can afford a spell scroll that you know is double what it would cost to scribe it yourself, by all means you can purchase it.
All right, I'll take a look while everyone else is thinking.
Yep, and I will let's do
Olivia has no use for money, so she would give all of her money to Altar. So you could add. I'm gonna remove 40 platinum and 173 gold and 5 silver.
Hold on.
there's a podcast I listen to. They play Pathfinder, and one of the tanks is a knight who has taken a vow of poverty. So he has a squire that he uses in battle that gives him all these bonuses and stuff. So you know, he just gives his squire all of his money. But he's like, "Oh no, I've taken a vow of poverty. I could not accept." And then the squire will come up and be like, "I'll take it." So technically, his character is always poor, but his squire is very wealthy. All right, that's a lot of money, Adam. What did I say? Craig? Greg? Crag? Is it Crag? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
It's Plague.
Craig?
It's Craig. It's Craig.
Craig. I'm sorry, Craig. Jesus. Mary and Joseph. All right. I will put this on the Sky Pirates campaign because it is relevant. That is the new cost for magical items in 2024. Just that little
Wow.
table. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
So reverse limit law goes into effect now. If you say, "Oh shoot, I bought 3 healing potions during that 3-week period," and you've got the gold until probably just a couple sessions, maybe 5 at the most, you will be able to do that. But again, in 5 sessions, you'll probably be somewhere you can buy that anyway, right? So, all right. So time unfreezes on the ship here, and she smiles at all of you. She says, "Well, you ready to go to?" And she checks the paper. She looks up at you. Faerun.
So how long have we been planning to go to Faerun?
3 weeks.
Would
Well,
Lynn have-
planning to go to Faerun probably a week. Yeah, it's been a week since she got her hands on the ritual drawings and all the diagrams and everything to inscribe on the ship. So you've known about this for a week, but the time since you got all of your money has been 3 weeks.
and in that past week, have we been docked anywhere? In other words, I would have, as long as Olivia would have known, she would have started doing some research on Faerun.
Yes, you would have been able to do that. You, as a group, you've been trying to keep your head down, but you would have gone to, settlements, cities, villages of enough size that you could do some research. They would have libraries. They would have, maybe a mage guild or something, or a place of learning. If you want to do some rolls to see what you might have learned during that time period, that's totally something you can do.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure, so I'm not, my automaton isn't quite lost when.
Of course, that's a good call.
I would assume that I'd only call for it when the time comes, like when I requesting to know something. I'm not asking you right now. What do I know of everything?
Right.
Mhm.
No, yeah, I like that idea. I like the idea of her being like, "Oh, I read about this," and it does make narrative sense on why you'd be able to do those history checks of the books you read and the knowledge you gained, and
Yeah,
what
the
explains if you get a
background.
low roll why that information may be incorrect because it's about a different plane, so maybe what you read isn't true.
Because her background is a sage researcher.
Exactly.
That's why.
Exactly. Good call. Good call. Um, Eltar. Please roll 2 dice, but please pick. Wait, you know what they are too, right? Because you need
What
to
do you
roll
mean?
2 dice for today.
Oh, the portents. Yeah.
Yep. Before we do anything. Yep. So that pops up. Yeah. So just roll 2d20s and make them private GM roll maybe, and then I can just tell you what they are.
So blind GM roll in.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
your dice are glowing too.
Okay. I'm gonna message them to you on Discord.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Okay. I would say your dream that you had right before waking up, which I think is the way you get these, right? Like a little dream. Or was there another way that you did it? I don't remember.
Oh man, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Isn't it after you get drunk?
Yeah, it is
This
that
would be-
hangover stupor when you get these visions.
Yes, just vision somehow, either meditation, drunkenness, sleep. They comes different ways.
Okay. So I will yeah, I don't need to type anything. You're about to see what happens. All right. So she smiles. And you, having spent some time on the Red Ringer, you recognize her abilities as an artificer, as there seems to be, like all of these ballistae here have auto-loading enchantments on them, right?
Mhm.
And there's a fair amount of like buttons and levers and wires all next to her steering wheel there. So she smiles very big, and pulls a lever and hits a button. And all around you on the deck here, uh, the writing that they've been doing just lights up along the floor and spreads away from her and comes down towards the deck, towards you. They come right up to Garrick in front of you, but then stop and then go down the sides of the ship on either side of her. Because if you remember, like in the middle here where she's standing, there's a big vertical ring that goes around the whole ship. Yeah, no problem. And then the lights also go all the way back to the tail of the ship here. And there's a moment where you know that when you're flying the way you are, you can feel the wind kind of rock the ship almost the same way it does when you're on the ocean, just not as intense. And you know that the ship itself does a fair amount of stabilization for you. But for the first time on the Red Ringer, you feel it start to vibrate, and underneath you it vibrates to the almost to a rhythm where it'll just and it just keeps getting more intense in that rhythm, in that cycle, until eventually there's a disturbance in the air around you. And you notice that it's off the ship about, I'd say probably about 50 feet away from the the decking here and the railing. You watch almost as if like a heat wave coming off of the desert. But that happens in every direction. And that heat wave then becomes the same way that if you threw a rock into a still lake, the way it would ripple, but it's just rippling and rippling and rippling. And eventually you hear a loud pop noise as everything shifts. So I'm going to preload this just because it seemed to take a while to load last time. Yeah, Rick, that is perfectly good. Did you add those on D&D Beyond?
Yep.
Okay, I will re-import your character just so you have them, because I know that I will forget. I don't have the best memory. We can all agree on that. All right. Yes, and they are now in your inventory. Very nice. I apologize if you hear the street racer outside my window. Okay. And as everybody loads in, looks like everybody's loaded in. You hear a loud pop. You feel your stomach give out, almost as if you started a drop or ended a drop. You're not sure. It is a disorienting feeling. And then the smell of the air and the wind on your face just ceases until you feel fire and heat. And you're all standing in different places now. And the ship that you were standing on looks different. And you look around you at chaos. You're standing on a ship that's on fire, and it's floating in a sea of nothing. It's not even really space. You can't call it space in the way you as players recognize what space looks like from movies, from photos, from views off of a space station. It is just potential and chaos all around you. And every once in a while, as you look into that chaos, you see shapes, spheres and rectangles and pyramids, and they're changing into other shapes and changing into helixes and then disappearing into nothing. And you watch as asteroids appear and crash into each other and become particles of all of these varying sizes as they hit each other and then disappear. And then you look away from that because you realize that if you keep looking into the unknown of the astral, it's just going to get more and more chaotic. And as you look back around and you turn towards what might be your broken ship, you're not sure, it doesn't look the same. You see that it is broken because it is against a floating body in the astral sea, and it is broken and dismembered in several pieces. And there's a horn floating, there's a hand. As you look underneath the arm, you see a face, but it's like smashed in and distorted. And you don't know if you're small or it's big, or if this is some ancient body of a dead god. As creatures start climbing out of a rent in the side of its body. And they seem to be appearing out of the flesh of this giant dead creature. And the first thing Captain Garo says, well, oh shit, this isn't right. Garrick, help them. I'm going to, half the ship is gone. We can't use the automatic return. We're going to have to do it manually. And he looks at her in shock and he's like, do we have enough time? She nods and she proceeds to start drawing more things on the deck, looking at the fire that is on the edge of the deck that then goes into nothing and how it's slowly creeping towards all of you. And he comes back to you and he says, all right, this is going to take some time. Probably, I don't know, maybe 10 rounds. We need to make sure nothing gets on deck while she returns us to where we came from. And we're going to roll initiative.
Woo!
Okay, so it may not have gotten... Okay, I see what you did. So I'm going to put you back on there. Yeah, you got it. We can just take that number, though. Wasn't that number good? Nope,
16?
that's from earlier. That's from earlier. Sorry. Please, go about your day.
Oh, I was still on blind.
All right. We should get some music. Do we have music? I really hope this is not going to be loud.
I don't get it. In the combat tracker, I see two numbers. And neither one of them is the number that's under my picture at the top of the screen.
I think that's your AC.
All right.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so they're
Oh,
real
okay.
small. Let's see if I can change that.
It's the top left in gray. If you're old like me, it's hard to see.
Let's do...
Yeah.
How about
it's
that?
our
Is that
age.
better? Did they get bigger on your guys' side?
No.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay. Well, they're gonna be small for you guys for a bit until we do a reload. I
What?
think.
Holy cow! Ward has an AC of 22.
Yep.
I would have casted mage armor at the beginning of each day, so
Yeah. Go ahead and
But that's
adjust
also
your
already.
your AC.
that is 13 is with mage armor.
Oh no. Jason, if you want, you could just click your character at the top of the screen. I don't think you rolled. Nope. There we go. Oh, nice die. All right. Well, we're gonna start initiative here.
Ooh, I like the interface.
Totally.
All right. So at this point, you can see. Did you rotate your character? That's very funny. So you see, like, in the distance. Let's see here. How far are you guys from these creatures? Yeah, 120 feet. Yep, to the closest. So you see these, like, zombified creatures pull themselves out of the flesh of whatever this giant creature, this dead creature is. And you're just buying time for your captain to hopefully return you to where you came from, because something went wrong. And it is your turn.
All right. I want to move towards the edge of the deck here.
Yep, go ahead. You can just ignore the railing and everything. You're dexterous enough you'd be able to hop over it without any loss of movement. Is it giving you a wall there? I don't think there is. No wall.
No, but I probably need to reload. I'll go here.
Okay.
I don't know if I can walk out on the ship, or can I
Yeah.
check?
Wherever the ship, like when you look over the edge of the ship there, if you get to the
Mhm.
railing, there's just nothing
Yeah.
underneath you.
I'd like to hide
Okay,
here.
great. Yep.
And then hold my action to throw one of my psychic blades at this creature if it comes within range 60
Within
feet.
range. Great. I assume it's still a stealth roll for hiding, or no, right? Okay.
Yep. DC is 15,
Yeah.
and their DC to see me is now 22.
Okay, great. Yep. You feel confident. You feel good. Pretty sure I still have the. Nope, it's empty. Wow. Okay, I need to fix that. All right, you're stealth. All right, Eisendrach, you are up. Things look fucked up.
Yep. I will move down there. And I will I'm going to do a couple of things.
Okay.
One, I'm going to invoke Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to throw a chromatic orb. I'm going to have to hold this until it gets within something gets within 90 feet.
Okay. Nice.
But because I did Tides of Chaos and that's a leveled spell, I must roll on the Wild Magic Surge.
Oh, those are glowing. That is awesome. Especially, ooh, wow, that is good.
Nice.
Wow, that is really cool. Wow. All right, I'll get you. Yeah. So your AC is +2. Please remember that, and you've got a little spectral shield hovering around you now. Man, I got to check out that table because that is cool. Yeah, and you're readying the chromatic orb. You said, right?
Right.
Great. Good turn. And I'll hit the button for you. All right, Eltar, you are up.
Right. So Eltar spent the past 3 weeks purposely not helping as much as he could. But I forgot what accent I was using for him before.
Whatever
Don't think it
you
was
want.
Irish.
It's
It was
been
this
long
one.
enough. Yes.
It
I remember.
it changes when you enter the astral plane, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I
Everyone's
wanna keep
accent,
doing
by
an
the way,
accent.
everyone's voices completely different.
Yep. Right. So just gonna go over to the captain and see if he can help out at all. Speed things up.
She notices you walk over and she says, "No, this is a built-in mechanism. Normally it's automatic when something happens like this, but she motioned towards the back of the ship that isn't there anymore. She goes, clearly that's not going to work right now, so I've just got to do it manually. It just takes time, but just protect us while I focus on this. This is going to take all of my attention."
Hey, fine, didn't want to help anyway. Well, fuck. Right, don't go falling off the damn ship, you bucket of bolts. As he looks towards Livia with a look of concern that is contrary to the words coming out of his mouth, and he's thinking what to do, and fuck it. And you see him tap his staff. Runes glow. He makes some symbols with his hands, and he points the staff towards Ward.
Ooh.
And Ward grows in size, and I'm going to cast it large.
Oh, nice. I will take care of the change in the token. That's a big boy. A big shield.
Do your thing, shield boy.
So far.
They are. They are.
Uh, um,
And like as you look over here, there's a lot of fire, right? And but what you can see through the flames, because the strange thing is there's no smoke. You know, on the material plane where you come from, yeah, there'd be a lot of smoke in a situation like this, but it's almost like there's no atmosphere. Even though you can all breathe, you don't feel wind, right? It doesn't feel the same, and there's no smoke, so you can see through these flames. And there is a 15-20 foot gap between the edge of the ship here and the leg that seems to be what caused this ship to be destroyed on that side. Hence all the damage to the leg over here. But there seems to be like another piece of the ship, and it's like stuck in the leg. But you could make that jump, but you'd be going through fire, and then you'd no longer be on the ship. So,
yeah,
but that
the
is
first part is less of a concern than the second part of not longer being on the ship.
Yep.
I think Ward would actually just kind of come in between his friends and I'm so big, and
You got enlarged.
he would brace probably. I mean, I got
Oh,
super
wait.
enlarged.
So just a heads up, you got enlarged, but I don't think it's your turn yet.
Oh,
So let's get you back.
why'd you tell me to go,
Because
Richard?
I thought it was, but it looked like Eltar just hadn't gone yet. That's
Yeah,
my bad.
I was listening to Richard.
Damn it, Richard. But you are enlarged now. But all that information is still relevant to everybody else. That's what you guys see through the fire.
Yep.
Livia, you are up.
Curiously, as she's never been in between planes before, we'll go near the railing
Yeah.
and kind of like look out and kind of like start studying on like what's there, what's not there, kind of deal. And she'll take something loose. I don't know, some pebble or whatever is on some piece of wood that's on the ground that's not on fire, and she'll throw it off the side to see what happens to it.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So, I'm going to actually, this is just fun. Let's see here.
Said don't go over. Damn tin can.
You throw it, and it starts to go the direction that you threw it, and then it comes upward at an angle above you, and then goes in a straight line above you, back behind you, and just keeps going that direction. Like it originally was going to go the way you threw it, and then something happened, and it changed direction twice before speeding off into the distance.
She's curious. She's gonna start. She'll use the rest of her turn to
just throw shit?
just throwing stuff like,
Yep.
what if I do it this way? What if I do it that way?
Yeah. And what she learns, right? Because at this point she's experimenting, right? She is actually, trying to produce results, see what happens, throwing with different force, throwing in different directions, throwing at different angles. And what she learns over those 6 seconds, because she's aware that she can't really do much against what seems to be a horde coming to you guys in this moment, is that nothing that she does matters or changes the outcome of each thrown object. It becomes obvious that even though on the material plane, things like wind resistance, moisture in the air, the wind itself, wind direction, altitude and air pressure, all of those things to an artificer are things that affect trajectory and velocity, right? She knows that. Here, none of that matters, and none of that comes into play because at any point, any object that you toss can change direction and velocity, and there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, so every time she throws something off, it's not even the same velocity, not the
Yep.
same projection is just random to her.
Random. Pure randomness.
And then right at the end of her turn, she would say the next experiment would require a living object.
Oh God. That is very funny. All right. Any bonus actions?
Nope.
Garrick, the first mate, looks around. And walks up to Hal and says, I know you can throw things, but everyone else here, aside from the gnome throwing pieces of wood off the ship, seems to be able to do things from range. He looks back at Ward. He doesn't look interested. Use this. And he hands Hal. Oh, wow. It's just gonna, okay. It doesn't like that. Here, I can do this. So I'm gonna put this on your sheet, but you're only gonna have it for this session. Where's it at? There we go. So if you check your equipment, where'd it go? Yep, it's under equipment now. Hal hands you a wand. And says, just point into the bad guys. If they get close, I'll take care of it. And moves to the other side of the ship. Wait, I don't think he actually has enough of that movement. No, he would get to there, next to the captain. And that is Garrick's turn. Ward, you are up.
Now Ward will respond to Altar by running in direction of danger. 1, 3, 4, 5. I wasn't quite as fast as I thought I was. Oh no, I'm standing on someone. Can I go one more step this way so not stand on someone? And then I will I guess no, I will still brace.
All right. And then that's your turn?
Yep, that's an action.
Okay, great. Very cool. Good turn. And you see lots and lots of creatures just kind of start running in your direction. And they seem to be empowered. They move far further than they should be able to. So let me. And they actually get all the way up to where it looks like they're ready to jump over through the fire onto your ship. So I know several people had things readied as these creatures get closer. So whoever I think was first in the initiative, so I think it would be Hal and then Eisendrak. Both had ready things, right?
Right.
All
Yep.
right. So Hal, go ahead and go first because you were first in the initiative.
I will fling a psychic blade at the creature.
Beautiful. Yep. Go ahead and roll to hit. One of the smaller ones, I imagine, or the bigger one?
Whatever gets within 60 feet first.
They all do by the time. Oh, first? It would be one of these smaller ones.
So I'd aim that first one.
All right. Roll to hit.
Do I have advantage from being hidden?
You do. You do. So
Okay.
definitely go for that. Fish for that crit.
No,
No,
24.
no crit, unfortunately. 24 definitely hits. Roll damage. Oh, yeah,
17
nice.
damage.
Very nice. So I'm going to do a little bit of a roll. So, yeah, you did great. It's a saving throw, right? And it's versus the damage you did. So that was 27, right? You kind of set the DC.
It's
5
22.
plus the
Yeah.
22, which becomes 22. You are correct. And yeah, that was dead. Well done. You actually did. Oh wait, you said 17 damage?
Yes.
Almost dead. I apologize. I forgot they were in fault. I won't do that again.
They're what?
That is, well, for forgetting how much health I gave them. And that's it, right? You just throw it and it's done.
Yep.
But I think the way its psychic works, it like disappears as soon as it goes in there and reappears in your hand, right?
Yeah, it just disappears and leaves no mark.
Sick. Yep. Definitely nearly killed one of those creatures. And then Eisendrach, your ready would go off. I think your trigger was once something was in range, right? So it would be one of the smaller creatures.
Okay.
They would get their
I'll shoot at the same one that Half shot at.
Oh, great. Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Roll damage. Did we lose audio? We did lose audio. Oh, that's fantastic. So that will kill him now. So now I need to roll a con
Oh,
save.
because this is the new chromatic orb. Which let me show this.
Oh.
Yeah, blow
When
up.
when I double values on the dice, it bounces.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
So
How much of the damage? All of it, or?
Well, it takes all the damage. I was trying to.
Right.
Oh, let me
I'm
show
just
this
wondering
one.
what the bounce damage would be.
No, the bounce damage. I have to roll a second attack on another creature.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, roll another attack then. That's
If you
cool.
roll the same number on 2 or more of the games, nice.
That's really cool. Very nice. I'm gonna do a con save while you roll a hit. Yes, that's another hit. Please roll damage. Oh, none there. How much damage did you do? Yeah, he's dead. And then on this new one, almost dead. Very nice, dude. 1 chromatic orb.
So if you got another 2 matching numbers, it would have bounced again.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's limited to bounce. It's basically the spell level you cast it at is the maximum number of times it can bounce.
So if you did it at 3rd level, then it could bounce.
So at
Another
first
time.
level, it can bounce once. At 2nd level, it can bounce twice. At 3rd level, it bounces 3 times. And what's cool is as you're upcasting the spell, the number of damage dice you're rolling increases.
So you have a higher chance of bouncing.
So you have a higher chance of bouncing.
That's cool. That is fun.
Makes sense with the chromatic orb. Yeah, that makes sense.
That is really cool. That is a fun change to that spell. All right, very nice, dude. Very good. And that wasn't even a turn. That was just your held action. Yeah, and unfortunately, based on their speeds, that's as close as they can get. But you do, as you're looking through the flames, looking at them, it is very clear. They look like they are getting ready to jump across. And let's see here. It now reaches the top of the round. and you look over, and more creatures start climbing out of it. And this time it's just those two. But it looks like whatever force is causing these gross undead creatures to be climbing out of flesh, it doesn't seem to have reached its end on whatever is causing these creatures to come out of that chaotic wound. And Hal, you are up. Did you get a chance to see the wand that he gave you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I can't cast any spells. Does that mean no? I can cast spells, so I should be fine.
You can use that wand.
Yeah.
Even if normally you can't, in this situation you can. I will just say there's something about this wand, something about this location. You could use it.
All right. I'll pick it up and I'll look back at Altar. Right. I'm not really sure what this does. And then I'll point it at the creatures. Alakazam. And I will spend all caster level. Yeah, let's just cast it.
Okay. All right, so just one charge?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you do it there. It looks like it's a dex saving throw. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to do quick dex saving throws on all these guys. I'm going to start at the top. So that's a fail because it is that DC 15. You know what? I'm just going to do one save for each group because this is meant to be like a pretty quick thing. All right. And then I'm going to do one con save for all of them. Natural 1. All right. You watch as all of the small creatures fucking burn. The big creatures fail, but they seem to be beefier. As Hal uses the wand and a bead of energy flies off of it and explodes into the group that seems to be making ready to jump across the gap. Any movement? Anything else?
To that.
Is
Did we
that
lose
what's the range of
everybody?
fireball? Is it 90 feet
150,
or 120?
150. 150.
Okay, then I'll quickly move back up out of the way.
Away from the edge.
Yep.
Probably a good idea. All right. Eisendrach, I apologize for the loud music. Hopefully this is a good one. It is your turn.
Okay, I will cast Dissonant Whispers on one of the large ones, maybe the one closest to me.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
I will spend 2 sorcery points and make it a heightened spell so he has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Beautiful. What kind of save is it? Is intelligence, I think?
It is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Very nice. Let me turn that down a little bit more. I do like this sound, though. So wisdom save at disadvantage, you said?
Mhm.
It looks like it did. Oh, can I just quickly? Oh, that's fun. Well, didn't go well. They had a little thing where when you make a roll, there's the arrows inside the window where you can just roll at disadvantage or advantage by clicking on one of them. So that's a natural 1 on that save. So 3d6 psychic damage. Ooh, using the safest route. Okay, I like that part of the spell. All right, but it takes 12 damage. Very nice. Very nice. And then it looks like it uses its regular full movement, right? And you'll notice they move further than you think would be possible. So a little bit further away, but it does move back away from you. Nicely done. Nicely done. Any bonus actions or movement?
Yeah, I might move back
Okay.
a bit.
Probably a good idea. Very nice. Eltar, you are up. You watched a rogue, someone you've known for a bit now, who's never cast a spell in your presence, just cast Fireball. What would you like to do?
Well, can't let the damn pointy ears get the better of me. And I'm gonna tap my staff, and a bit of flame starts to circle, kind of arc in the center and spin around. And I make a big flourish, but I just cast Firebolt.
Firebolt at the one here?
Yeah.
Very nice. Please roll to hit. Oh, but it looks so fine and dandy. Oh, nice. I like that. Funny thing is, big hulking creature, faster than normal, still hits it though. 8 damage. Very nice.
As Eltar's spinning around, Al will wink at him.
Do your best.
Oh God.
Don't need you
Thought
to
he was
tell
gonna
me
say,
that.
Mine's bigger.
Oh.
And then afterwards, I'll say, "Damn tin can! What I tell you, get away from the edge." That's it.
Any movement or bonus action?
Bonus action. No, that's it.
All right, Livia, you are up. Your current experiments are done. But it is your turn.
If you say so, and then she'll move kind of like behind Ward, right?
Nice.
And then she'll stick her crossbow out because she's scared that the bolt will fire the other way. after
Oh,
she-
right. Yeah, based on, yes.
And then she will target the nearest creature.
Okay, fantastic. Please roll to hit. So defying all of your earlier experiments, your bolt flies true and strikes the side of the ogre, doing 9 damage.
You kind of looks from the ogre's perspective. You see her peek out from behind Ward, wide-eyed. Think, oh, did not think that would work.
Any more movement or bonus action?
20, 25, 30.
All right. Garrick. You see him speak with Captain Garo for a bit, and she just keeps kind of like motioning him to basically fuck off. Like you hear her say fuck off at one point. And let's see here.
You don't say it like the way Eltar says it.
No. No, he does not. She does not. He moves over 15 feet and he casts yep. He casts telekinesis, and I think there's a save. Tested with the creature's strength check. Yep, so strength check. And then make an ability check with your spellcasting modifier. So it'll be a 16 versus... which is a plus 11. So... oh my god, he fails. That sucks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he tries to like grab. You see him like hold his hand out, almost a la, like Star Wars using the Force, and he trying to rip the ogre off of the leg there, to maybe fling it into the astral, and he's just unable to. And maybe it's the fact that he was just told to fuck off, the circumstances of where you all are that made it difficult for him, but he is unable to do that. So he just kind of moves over here in frustration, and that is Garrick's turn. I always got to remember these cool NPCs I made. I'm still rolling for them. Ward, it is your turn.
Yeah. They might come closer this turn. Ward's the wall.
Ward's the wall?
Ward's the wall.
Okay. So, Ward, as you look over, you see that if they're going to jump, they would do it here. So, yeah.
Do it.
I would say you as a character would know that you could probably move east and north once and be able to like block whatever. Not block, but you'd be in a better position. Because right
Yes.
now, them jumping, they could like, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, I can't see as well as Ward can, so I will trust
Yep.
Ward.
So he knows that like if something jumps across, instead of it getting past you, it would be stopped here, which is way more fun for you, but not for them. I imagine bracing again. You did your movement.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, that just makes sense. And yeah, that'll be it for your turn. Okay. I'll hit next turn for you. All right. So the ones in the back move up. Well, actually, this one is going to use... I'm just going to do this to get it out of its way. You can see it's at the edge, and it's about to jump at you, but I'm just going to really quickly just move everyone else up here because I know that I will forget. But none of the rest of them will have the movement to get closer than this. All right. We're going to do a little bit of a strength check. Please roll. All right, yep. See, I roll good when I'm them. All right, and he makes the hop. He's right up in your face now. I'm going to do a quick, like a dexterity saving throw. That can't be right. No, that's right.
I like that.
That's right. I rolled a 2. All right. Jeez. Takes 13 fire damage. My God. All right, and then he's going to attack you, Ward.
Sure. Yeah, that'll hit. I think. Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
With your bonus, it's like a
24.
24. So he just break. Oh man, I rolled a natural 19 too. So that's 13 damage to you.
Yep.
Oof. That's rough. But between everything, do I hear divine intervention?
Yeah. Eltar's eyes glow silver, and he waves his staff, and you see like a trail of stars swirl in its wake, and I cast silvery barbs.
Oh, very nice. So that'll be a disadvantage roll. 11. So even with the bonuses, yeah, that's not gonna even meet. So yeah, you watch Ward as this big fucking morning star, large size morning star, comes down towards your embraced shields, and and there's a moment where you know it's going to hit, and it's going to go over your shields, and it's going to hit you in the shoulder right next to your head. And you see the spikes on that morning star come closer and closer and closer. Then all of a sudden, the silvery light, the stars go around the head, and it just seems to increase weight out of nowhere and drop, not even hitting your shields, just sliding down and hitting the fiery deck in front of you, knocking pieces of wood and flame down away from you, and then all of a sudden they switch direction and the fiery flame goes straight up behind the ogre. But it misses you with that. Do you have to choose? Yes, you need to choose now, Richard. Who would you like to have advantage on their next roll?
Let's see. Pointy ear says a little too far away.
Just
Yeah,
I
you're
can
all-
get advantage multiple ways. So
Yeah.
All right. Then, yeah, why not? Pointy ears. I say, let's see if you can do it again.
All right.
So, how
So-
he got advantage?
Hal has advantage on a next D20 roll. Looks like attack, ability check, or saving throw within the next minute. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. And that's it. It was the jump, the movement, and the attack. But now he's standing in the fire with Ward just body blocking him. Big shields, large size shields now. Very nice. Very nice. All right, top of the round, you watch a creature out of Nightmare rip itself out of the wound in the side. No, Rick. And, I don't know if any of you have ever seen this creature before, but it's super fun. And it shows up and immediately moves about 25 feet. All right. Let's add them to the let's add them to the initiative. Do a little roll. Ooh, that's a fun place to be in the initiative. Because that's so high up, I'll just move it back. So it just clawed itself out of the wound. And whoops, sorry, that's my bad. Hal, you are up. What's up with the music? Why does it keep stopping?
I can hear it.
I can.
Oh, you can
Yeah,
hear it?
Same.
I can't. Wild. What is going on here?
You look to Hal, and you'll see them eating a cheese sandwich in one hand, and then look up, and then the same cheese sandwich that we had at the tavern, and then he'll put it on top of. Here, friend, hold this.
That's
and he'll put it
wild.
on.
How old is that?
Yeah, I know, right? Is it green?
That
by
is
now?
such an old sandwich.
He'll put it on top of Beltar's head. One moment, and I'll again cast. I'll use this. Shake this wand. I'll point it at Eltar. It doesn't work, and then I'll say Alakazam, and I'll this time do.
Oh, wow. Look at that damage roll. Holy shit. Did the dexterity save get lower? Is that because you used a different amount of charges?
I used. I leveled it up one.
Okay. All right. The DC was different before. It was 15, wasn't it? It was. The DC was 15. I'm going to go by the old DC. I don't know why it changed. All right. Dex save. Did I seriously fucking roll? Wow. I apologize for the cursing. I'm just still sometimes surprised by my my ability to roll a die. Well, not ability. My luck. Would you even call it luck? I don't think it can be called luck. Because there's only 4 of them. I'm just going to roll for all of them. All right, so that one made the save. Funny enough, the one already in the fire takes half damage. That's very fun. All right. All right. They're all different levels of fucked up. Any more movement? Any bonus actions?
I'll take my sandwich back. Thank you. And
Of
I'll
course.
continue to eat
Good
the
bonus.
sandwich.
Good bonus action.
Bonus action. No, I'm good. I'll press intern.
Beautiful. Eyes in
Growl.
Drac.
I will move up. I will once again invoke Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage. I will spend 2 sorcery points for Quicken Dispel and turn
Go
the
off,
chromatic
Eisendrak.
orb-
Go off.
Yeah, turn it to a bonus action.
Oh, nice.
And who shall I hit? That
Yeah.
guy looks
Two,
pretty.
two of them are really messed up, and the other two are, bloodied, but just barely.
What the heck? I'll get the guy who's closest. Advantage. Yeah, that ought to hit.
Yeah, holy shit. Yep. Oh, there's 2
And
threes.
it bounces.
Or 2 fives.
Well, it's-
Very nice.
Yeah, yep.
Which one did you target? The closest one, or?
Yeah, closest one.
Beautiful. All right, let me double check their stat sheet really quick. You're definitely going to get to go again. Yeah, I do have Undead Fortitude, so that's 14 damage. That is going to zero them out, but let's do that. Save really quick. So I've got a beat of 14. Does not. That's a dead. Dead creature.
Okay.
All right.
Second attack roll.
Yes,
It's only a
please.
3. Oh, it's only a 9.
A 9. Which one were you aiming at?
This guy.
That one there? Okay. Funny enough, they are big and they are kind of slow. That hits. Please
Okay.
roll damage. Those are 2 4s again. Did you upcast it?
No, that's
Okay.
at first level.
All right. Minus 11. Very nice. Very nice. You would have gotten another
Okay.
bounce. It looks like you get to cast another spell.
I get to take another act. They get to take an action now.
Well, you
Well,
rolled
hold
a.
on. You rolled on your thing, right? There's a spell effect here.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second. Let me just take my
Okay.
action.
Okay. Oh, right, because that was just a bonus action.
Right. Okay, those guys are far away, so I guess I will throw a Sorcerer's Burst at that same guy that it just hit.
Okay. Is that a roll to hit?
Yeah.
Oh,
17.
Yeah, fuck, that hits.
Another 5 points.
Very nice. And then you get a free spell.
It says roll a d8, and it's not letting me
It's
roll.
it's working. It's just taking a second.
Did it?
Yes, over here. So it looks like that first one is a 4. So you cast Fly on a random creature within 60 feet of you.
Well, I guess since
Jeez.
it's random, you get to pick who's flying.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's roll a 1. So if you look,
wait a second. Something screwed up.
Read it again.
I rolled the wrong thing. I thought it was a different.
Oh
different
yeah, it
line
was a
on the
D10.
table.
It was a D10.
Supposed to be a D10.
I think that is. What's the 5?
Grease.
Grease.
Great.
Yeah, where do you want to put that?
We'll put that right where those 3 idiots are standing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I'll just put. What is the size of Grease? Is it like 20 feet?
Greece is a 10-foot square, so what's just one of them.
Oh, so it's a
I'll just put
square.
it. Yeah.
Do you want to? I mean, here's the thing. If you put it right in the center like that, now everybody's having a good time.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Okay. I will say though, it is close to the fire, but the fire is not spreading. So, but it is close to that grease spot. Oh, but it says
It says
non-flammable.
it's non-flammable.
Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking of Baldur's Gate 3. All right. Very nice. That's very funny. That's a good turn. You did a lot. Any movement? Anything else?
I can probably move another like 10 feet. So
Nice. Okay. All right. This is a very funny situation because these creatures, when they're first born, have double their movement. So, Jesus Christ. So that's the normal movement of that creature.
I'm not laughing, Jordan.
You sure? Fuck off. I don't think it would care that those creatures are in front of it, so it's gonna try and move past them. It is not smart enough.
What's wrong with them?
It's not
Ogre
smart
tastes
enough.
good.
It's not smart enough to know that there is grease on the ground. So that's a dex save. What is your save?
14.
14. All right. Come on, roll good for fucking. Okay.
I think you needed to roll so for the other creatures because it says there.
Oh, when it.
Each creature standing at.
Oh, when it first appears. Good call. Good call. So let's.
You're really
let's get
low,
the
Adam.
first. Yeah, you're. It's like you're getting quieter.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
There we
There
go.
we
That's
go.
better. Wow, they all failed. Who could have predicted such a thing? All right, so they're all prone, and it comes running up and falls prone as soon as it enters, and it is big enough that this guy gets knocked off and starts just floating away. But he first floats out Wile E. Coyote style because he's not looking down. Then he gets about 10 feet out and just goes straight down at like an incredible speed and just disappears.
Kind of like a piece of wood.
Yep. Exactly. I will say though, these guys are going to take a little bit of damage from the T-Rex falling on them. Yeah. So there's a pile of undead ogres and a T-Rex. Whoops. That shouldn't have been that. It would have been 30. All right. Took a little bit of damage. All right. But there's now just a pile of creatures over there. So good times. Good times. It was. So I don't want to, if there wasn't grease there, this would have been a different situation. That would have been probably scary for all of you. But now it's just funny. Eltar, you're up.
Well, you're all doing a good job. Keep up the good work, Shield Boy, and I'm gonna just cast. Yeah, don't like the big fucking scary one, so another firebolt at him.
15 to hit. That hits. 1 damage.
Yep.
If the target is prone, it's a spell. I don't. If it's a ranged attack, isn't it disadvantage?
It should be a disadvantage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Disadvantage. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll another die. Still hits though. But I'm sorry, we're taking
1
the first
damage. Yeah.
roll. Yep. So you watch it and you're like, are those scales too hard to make a difference? But it's just such a minuscule amount of damage that you just can't tell from over here because you threw it like through the fire past Ward. So
Oh, I'm not trying very hard either.
yeah, of course. All right, good turn. Any bonus action? Any movement?
Nope.
All right.
Let me have
This
my
was
turn.
meant to be scary, but now there's grease on the ground. So This is gonna only go one way.
So now the Benny Hill music starts to play, right?
Yes, exactly. It started playing immediately. That's why I said the Wile E. Coyote fall. Olivia, you are up.
We will go to the other end, to the edge.
Yep, and you've got a view too. So if you are looking back at them on the leg over there, the fire's not as intense on this side, so you'd be able to see straight across.
And seeing that she doesn't have as good of an advantage to see him as they're all kind of prone, she's going to continue with her experiments. And this time she'll start, rather than throwing stuff in random directions, she's just going to randomly throw it, kind of like guesses based on what she's seen, to see how if she can get an object to go north.
Oh, interesting.
She's purely
Yeah.
experimenting. That's all.
Roll me a D100. So the wild thing is she's like doing these experiments, right? And she starts throwing objects. Almost every single one goes the direction she intends. No matter which way she throws, she's like throwing down, she's throwing like to the left diagonally, she's throwing straight up, being like, all right, if I throw it straight up, it won't go straight up. They all go straight up. Every single one.
Wait, say that again. You said if I throw it straight up, it won't go straight up, but it goes straight
No,
up.
it did. You like Livia as yourself would think, okay, this place is chaos, right? If I throw it in the direction I want it to go, it won't go that direction. That would be the assumption based on prior experiments done thus far, right? Based on all of Livia's data, that should not work. Now, every single time she throws it, it all goes the same direction, straight up.
She cocks her head. Mind over matter. And that's it. That's all she does.
Yep. Good turn. Good turn. Garrick, fucking pissed that his telekinesis didn't work and feeling like an idiot because he's watching everyone else do good stuff. Let's see. Okay. Real quick, we're gonna take a 4-minute break. Come back at 9:50, and then we'll get right back on it. Bree just got home, so I need to help her.
Yep.
And she's having time.
All
So
right.
4 minutes. See you all back soon.
Sounds good.
That's upsetting. Ward, you're up.
As cool as Brace is, I think dodge makes more sense.
Why? Because it's a big T-Rex? I don't see what the problem is.
Because big T-Rex.
I want to see that T-Rex jump.
Me too. I want to see
Let him
myself.
jump over me.
I want to see him make that strength check and see what happens. I mean, technically he doesn't need to based on his speed, but I just thought it'd be funny. So that's your turn. Just dodge.
Dodge.
Good turn. Okay. Now with that grease, do they have to make another save to get up?
I don't know. What does it say?
Yeah.
I'm back. Just
Welcome back. Enters the area or
If it's
ends its
a-
turn, must succeed on that save or fall prone.
Yep, as long as it doesn't end there.
Creature enters the area or ends its turn there.
Okay, so that means they can get up, so that'll be half their movement to stand. Oh, can they make that jump with half their movement gone? All right, so they can't. So, oh no, that's the wrong. It's my bad. There we go. So wait, no, it was there. Okay, so they basically just get themselves. Actually, that one only has enough movement to get to there. Yeah, that is very funny. So it was Dex. And you said 14 was a DC?
Yes.
Just makes it. So that they're still standing, but now they're kind of blocking that whole area. Oh, whoops. Oh, I see it passed their turn because the token's dead. So I will say we're almost at the end of the night. I picked a bunch of fun creatures for this section just because I thought it'd be funny. So over the next, what round are we on? So you're on round 4. Over the next 6 rounds, more undead creatures just come out of that thing. Various sizes. There's undead giants, undead like rhinoceri. This Rex is undead. Eventually, you guys get a undead Tarask that climbs out of there. And they just keep running, just keep coming. They get to here. Between all of your efforts, the wand of fireball, Garrick eventually gets his shit, starts actually contributing, and Ward just keeping that front area locked down. You're able to withstand this onslaught. There's even a couple fun things where like the T-Rex and the Tarask get upset at each other's space and they start fighting, and the Tarask was going to eventually fling the T-Rex off, but once it got to like right here, I was going to roll some dice and there was a chance that it was going to fling towards the ship randomly because of the randomness of flight directions here, but unfortunately this took longer than I anticipated. That's my fault. I apologize. But at the end of that minute.
Wait a minute. Before I'd like Livia to do something during this time.
Of course, during those 6 rounds.
Because
it's pretty clear she's not participating in the fight. She's experimenting.
At one point she will say, "Need living target for final experiment," and then she takes her crossbow with the intention of shooting with one of the creatures, the Tarask or whatever, and then she points out at Eltar and then shoots.
So Eltar, if rolled high enough, it will hit, right? So you shoot Eltar, and it's at that moment where Livia. So at this point, you could have asked me like, "Hey, can I make an intelligence check on what's happening here?"
No, she would have just done it. No, hell no.
She would have done it anyway. So,
yeah,
but at that point, when it hit Eltar, that's when the roll wouldn't have been necessary, and Livia at that moment would have learned that the intentionality of throwing things and like shooting things don't matter here in the Astral Sea. What matters is connection. So whenever Livia would throw something at another creature, it's the fact that there was a connection between her, the thing that she's throwing, like the bolt that she's shooting, and then the other creature that she intends to hit. And that life force between Livia and the other thing is what allowed the projectile to hit its target, if rolled well enough, right? So her throwing random shit off the side of the boat means it's going to go wherever it goes, right? It's completely random. It's chaotic. It doesn't matter. The fact that Livia was making a connection with her intention between two creatures was what allowed stuff like bolts and spells and things to hit in the Astral Sea. And that would all come to her. All that information, all of that, the summation of all of her experiments would come together as a bolt is sticking out of Eltar.
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. Sorry.
So roll damage.
Oh.
Roll damage on that bolt. What is it?
See here.
On a crossbow. That's like a... Whoops. I did that. That is my fault. Oh, no. Did you do it? No, I did it. So it is a...
I rolled it.
D8 plus 4. So yeah, 8 points of damage to Eltar. So I'll take that off. Yep, just instant death.
Yep.
Funny enough, straight to jail. Yeah. So, like, her entire time during the fight, she's running all these experiments. It's only at the time when she shoots Eltar that she figures out what's happening here. Why spells and projectiles when aimed at a target work, but everything else doesn't.
Right, here's a fun thing. I'm concentrating on enlarged.
Oh, yeah. Please roll that concentration check. I know what you could do, but do you want to roll it?
Eltar looks over at Livia. Says, I'll throw you off myself, you damn butter of bolts. What do you think you're shooting at? And his airs just flash bright white as he sees the future and him just failing. And he's like, nope, and taps his staff.
Yep.
And rolls an 18.
Yep.
Plus 2.
And Hal, next, while you're eating your sandwich, Hal, I imagine you're close to the end here as we approach the 10th round. And you look over and the bolt sticks into Eltar. And then there's like a moment where you can see the concentration on Eltar's face start to ebb and for the concentration to end. And then you see the eyes flash and then there's starlight around the crown of Eltar's head, and it like falls down like snow onto Eltar's head and just is absorbed into the hood that Eltar wears, and Ward remains large. Yeah, these ogres are dead. The T-Rex and the Tarask fight, and it is an epic fight. If you've ever played Monster Hunter and you've seen two giant creatures fight in that game, very much that. On this leg, eventually the T-Rex is thrown into the astral space and is, with an appropriate roll, its body is slammed into the side of your ship. All of you would make a save. We're past all that. The captain finishes her manual activation of like a redo spell. Basically, she doesn't have time to explain to you what it does, but you feel weird as soon as it clicks, as soon as she hits the activation, and you realize as you look around that you see a projection of yourself moving backwards in space. Everything you've done in this minute is rewinding with projections. And then you watch as your projections all go back to where you were standing at the beginning of this encounter, at the beginning of entering here. And then you watch as you all disappear, right? Your projections disappear. And then you look around at each other and you realize you're all still standing there. And then black as you disappear. And that's where we're in this session.
Eltar's just like, not this shit again.
All right. Yeah, sorry we got started a little late. The intention